Told you it was going to be a cracker. David Benavidez, excuse me, and Caleb Plant on Saturday night just past there. I told you it was going to be a cracker in the video I made earlier. Great fight to watch. Yeah, just a quick recap on the fight itself, because I want to talk about Benavidez Canelo a little bit at the end of this, because I think that's the fight to make it super middleweight. Yeah, Plant obviously started well with using his jab. Effectively, he was using the jab to the head, to the body, and I think he jumped maybe to an early lead in the early rounds, but then it was just a constant pressure of David Benavidez come the middle rounds. The second half of the fight, Benavidez just always on the front foot, pushing Caleb back. And I said that in my video earlier as well, that the way Plant could win this fight is that if he could stay away from Benavidez for the full 12 rounds. And I said it'll be hard. It'll be hard. And he didn't, because Benavidez landed a chopping right hand in the eighth round, and then a series of left hooks in the 10th round, I think it was, that had Plant hurt a little bit. And then obviously Benavidez was looking for the stoppage in the last round, but Caleb Plant showing real heart, like he has. It was exchanging in that last round, and he saw the final bell. Great fight, great fight, man. I mean, the build-up was great as well, because there was a lot of animosity. There was a lot of needle between the two of them, and I think that's the way to settle it. Settle in the ring, then cuddle and shake hands at the end, and that's it done. Great fight. Now let's go on to the post-fight interview with David Benavidez. He called out Canelo, but not in a disrespectful way. He called him out in a nice way, if that can be done. Basically saying that Canelo has to give him his shot now after that performance. Now, I've got a lot of friends out in the US now, and they think that's the fight to make it super middleweight, all being that Canelo gets past John Ryder on May 6th, I think it is, and then get Benavidez and Canelo in the ring in September. And I think it'll be a great fight. I mean, you can do that stereotypical thing where when two Mexicans go at it, I mean, you get nothing but a war. You get nothing but a great fight. Now, when you've got the pound-for-pound best in some people's eyes in Canelo, you've got David Benavidez, who's unbeaten, he's young, he's hungry, he's a great knockout artist, he's big, against somebody like Canelo. I mean, what a fight that is. What a great fight. But can we see that next? Who knows? Canelo's came out and said that he doesn't want to fight another Mexican versus Mexican, because he's for Mexico. Which you can see his point in a sense, but I think that for boxing sense, and he also wants to get the Bivol rematch. But when you just look at the landscape and the stylistic matchup between Benavidez and Canelo, that makes sense. And like I said to you, the stereotypical type of thing to do is two Mexicans going at it. You're going to get nothing but a war. That makes sense to me. But again, it's going to be hard to get that fight made. Whether it's up to Canelo. I mean, Benavidez said it himself. He's got options. It's not like Canelo's trying to avoid Benavidez. He's got options. But yeah, it'll be a great fight, and I think that's the fight that a lot of people want to see next, especially after that performance against Caleb Plant. I mean, you share an opponent there in Plant, Canelo, and Benavidez. Canelo did get the stoppage in the 11th round in that fight, but Caleb was doing what Caleb does. He was on the back foot. As soon as he touched the ropes, he would spin off and avoid punches, similar to what he'd done against Benavidez. But Benavidez was getting to him, and I think he showed great heart, though, Plant, to get to the final bell. But what a fight it was, man. I mean, just touching on that fight again, it was a great boxing fight. But I think the fight to make is Canelo Benavidez in September. It's just up to Canelo, I think. I don't know what Benavidez has to do now to get that fight. He's got himself in line to get a shot at Canelo. It's for the WC title down at super middleweight. Canelo gets past John Ryder. Canelo's got options again, because he's the man in boxing. He's the money man in boxing, so he's got options. Who does he fight? Bivol. That's the fight he wants. But anyone else other than Bivol, what we got? Benavidez. It makes sense. It just makes sense. And I know a lot of Mexican friends out in America. They want that fight. They see that fight. The Mexican monster against Canelo. Come on now. Come on. Please. Let's just get that done. And this is a fight that just screams excitement for the fans, man. It's just an exciting fight. You can just see the two styles gelling and then both going at it. They're going to land big shots. They're going to get hurt. They're going to get cuts and bruises and everything along the lines that comes with it. It's just going to be an absolute war and a great fight advertising for boxing. And I think that's the fight. It's a better fight than Bivol, if I'm being honest. It's a better fight than Bivol, and let's get it made. I don't know how that gets made. I don't know what Benavidez has to do to get it done, but let's get it done.